Well, I've been fighting my sore throat and my sick feeling for the last few days. But went out last night, walked around Universal, went and did some stuff. The rain lingered a little bit longer than the forecasters said it was going to, so that was a little bit of rain here and there, but pretty nice. Had some fun, got a little exercise. Then at like 5:30 this morning, my supervisor called me from the post office. Wanted to know if I could come in and work my day off, which if I hadn't been fighting such a sore throat and everything and feeling sick, I probably would have done that. But instead, I stayed home watching this National Geographic documentary series on the Indian Ocean tsunami in 2004. That stuff makes you paranoid, I've seen stuff like that before, some of the tsunamis in Japan and different places. I always think, man, if I was living in a place like that, I'd have to have a nice big 8-person life raft chained to the ground by my house or something, because that stuff makes you paranoid, watching those people all get swept away and people trying to rescue them. But man, it's crazy when you think about how powerful that stuff is, like an 8.9 magnitude earthquake, and how far that tsunami reached out and killed like hundreds of thousands of people, just totally wiped some places off the map. And you see all these different tourists, telling their stories from when they were there, and people who lost members of their family. Like the one guy lost like 15 members of his family and stuff, So yeah, I don't know if that's a productive use of my day or not. I'm just trying to chill out, relax, not do anything. Did a little bit of writing yesterday morning. Went out to Barnes & Noble and hung out there for a little bit and had a cup of coffee and worked on one of my novels I'm working on. Actually, I was looking back through the iPad and I found this little snippet of something I wrote when we were over in Destin, Florida, like 4 or 5 years ago, and actually saw how I could tie that in. So that's all going to become a part of my other story I've been working on. So that was useful, but I should have gone back home and gone to bed, in the morning. I was pretty tired. But today I'm just chilling and relaxing and letting the National Geographic Channel make me paranoid about tsunamis. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that too much, like in the Philippines where we're going to live, kind of up in the mountains a bit, and not really in the area where most of the typhoons go through. But of course, the typhoons don't have anything to do with the tsunami. But still, we're up at a nice high elevation away from the coast where it would have to be like an asteroid landing in the ocean to splash us up there, But pretty crazy stuff. I know here in Florida, we're pretty far from the coast where I am, like inland around Orlando, kind of on the highest elevation in the state. So not too much to worry about there. I read an interesting science fiction novel one time. I wish I could remember the title of it. I'd have to look it up, but they thought an asteroid or something had hit in the Atlantic Ocean, and a lot of the story was set between a space station out around Mars or in the asteroid belt or something, and here at a hotel in Florida with some of the person's relatives, and they were all hanging out in the upper floors of this hotel because of this big tsunami that washed across Florida. It ended up what that was the spaceship that had been sent out on an interstellar voyage, and apparently the religious nuts on board had decided to turn it around and aim it back at Earth, and it was traveling pretty close to the speed of light, even though it was very small mass, and it smacked into the ocean and made this massive tsunami. But yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that at the moment, unless it's an alien spaceship. Anyways, yeah. Tsunamis. That's what I'm thinking about today. I'm not sure if that's productive or not.